Welcome, everybody, back to another week of esports. I'm Mr. Griggs. I'm joined here by my good friend John. How's it going, John?
I'm good.
Good. Great to hear. We're about to get into a cool, wonderful, amazing game of Overwatch. Um, we are hopefully doing bans and getting everything ready and going. One second, because they're. Oh, there we are. So they were asking about the normal Lijiang. So our opponent today is Red Devil Overwatch. These guys are from Rancocas Valley Regional High School. Extremely excited to be playing this match. Team is has been rocking out, doing their thing. Their opponents currently are 4-1, ranked 7th, I believe, on the ladder, and our team, as you know, is also 4-1, and I believe ranked 6th. So definitely should be a good match going into this one. I think they're working on getting everything fixed. Yeah, it looks like they just picked Li Zhang. And yeah, so hopefully we can get our bands in quick so we can get into this match. But yeah, I'm excited to see this game, see it rock out. We've got a couple of people who are, ban Reaper. So they banned Hog, we banned Reaper. This one should be exciting. Right now, you don't see it going on here, but we do have a couple of people who are dressed up for Halloween. A
It is one
couple
of
of
those
our
reasons
coaches.
why I'm the one doing this, and
Yep. Yeah. Not Holden. Holden is currently a priest, I think.
another one is Top
But
Gun,
yeah.
and I think
Yep.
another one is dressed as a cat in a suit.
Yep. That's about correct. So yeah.
With Halloween coming up, we got, people dressing up.
Yeah, definitely some fun stuff. During the day, they don't dress up for the school day, but that will be, I think, Friday.
I
But
felt like
everybody
it would
else
have been
gets in, gets
Friday,
their stuff done. Yeah.
since that's when Halloween is.
Yep. Yep. I believe we are about to be
I think people are getting
in
ready
the game.
now.
Yeah. The other team has said ready, and we are staring at our screens, not saying ready. I don't understand exactly what's going on. There we go. Okay, so it should be a good time getting in here.
They're entering the game now.
Yep. Well, we're gonna be sitting for a minute because they have to get in,
Looks like it's
picks and bands made, get everything done.
looks like we have Legion Tower.
Li Zhong, yes indeed. Tower is our first map here, and we'll be getting in there in just about 20 seconds or so.
What exactly do they do in this one?
So this one is a capture the point, so it's a control.
Got
So
it.
they're going to be going for the point that's in the middle, both teams, and they gain progress towards capturing the point if they're the only team in there, kind of a King of the Hill style. And then once they do capture it, percentage starts to build up. So they'll be building up to 100%. They're going to play a best of 3, so we could see up to 3 matches, but usually they get it in 2. But we'll see here soon. I think we are about to get into this match. And yeah, there we go. We're preparing to attack. 5 seconds to go. Teams are going to be picking and getting things going. Yeah, so it looks like bans were not in input. Yeah, so let's.
The game didn't start yet, did it?
It is paused.
You were able to pause everyone?
I'm not doing it.
Oh.
Yeah. Looks like the other team has not put the bans in for the match, so I think they might have to reset it.
So
I'm not
bands
sure.
were what?
So the bands were, yep, there it goes. The bands were Roadhog, and what's the other one? Roadhog and Reaper were the 2
Reaper.
bands. So Roadhog being a tank, he has a hook.
I think Reaper's the one that turns into the black smog.
Yep, and he has 2 shotguns, very close range. My guess, based on the bands, they took a look at the players and selected a character that they thought was effective on their team. So we'll see. We'll see if this is any good or not. Ooh, But it looks like they're back in. And we've got an interesting team comp right now. Got the Tracer and the Torbjorn, along with a couple of others. Can I get to anyone else? There we go. Okay. So we're going to start on Richard on this Tracer. He should be really good. We'll see if he gets in there. Team is going in. Doesn't want to get himself too far forward, so is taking an off angle here. Team is fighting. Looks like the turret went down, and he is going all the way behind to try and get an angle. Doesn't quite get it, and he's going to have to go for a health pack. Keeping himself alive is excellent, but right here, the other team, it's definitely causing some problems for them. Once again, the turret goes down, and we've got Hypic got all the way back, but the other team has taken control of the point here, and really no one's gone down. They're just building ult charge. Once again, the turret goes down. Lucio is very low, and during that time when they had to do, they turned their focus onto the tank and have taken 2 of them out, and it looks like this is going to be a 1-team fight. Really well done here by Wave Esports. Just a couple left, and there is a stagger coming out here for Wave Esports. 27%, that first good first fight for them. Did a lot of damage, but didn't quite get anything. Hypic is in a bad spot, though. Does get the stick in return, and so is going to trade his life for a support. And he should be back in just a quick second. It looks like the other team is holding back, trying to get some pick in. Hypic already back here. Definitely dueling with that Tracer. Having a tough time of it. Damari on the Torbjorn, putting some damage down.
It's like he put down a sentry.
Yep. It looks like the other team does manage to get the point there. A couple of ults come out, and oh, we're so close. He's so close to being gone, but I think they do clean up that fight. Yep, really well done there by the opponent to force the team off and make their life difficult. We've got Torbjorn here getting flanked by Tracer. He gets around to his team, though, and does get healed up. Let's see if we can get to someone different. There we go. Ult here, ready for Ramatra. If they can get a pick, they're good, but I have a feeling they're just going to push this with an ult here soon. The opponent is at 73%. There comes the ult. There comes the shift, and the other team pulls out ult from Lucio, countered by ult from Lucio, countered by an ult from Mr. Freaky to hold it off. We still have ult going on Chris. He does manage to take out the tank, and that is going to be the point switched back 92%. And Wave Esports hangs on to this one. Really close game so far. Really a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, they were on 93.
Yep. Very, very close. They're looking to hold this point, but didn't go quite as far forward as the other team did. 50% looking for some damage, but not much going on here. We have Tracer flanking around as well. Rose on Lucio causing some problems. There's an ult that comes out there. Tracer v. Tracer combat and doesn't quite take them out. They push on Mr. Freaky and do get a pick. Tracer trying really hard to get one. This Lucio is so close to going down, but doesn't quite get him. And there it is. There's the Lucio that goes down, and he's looking for another one. Big ult comes through from the opponent, and unfortunately there just wasn't enough there to be able to keep it. Now 93%, they're going to have to contest this quickly. I imagine Lucio's going to get in there immediately. They might teleport forward, but they have to get on it. They did get on it. They are contesting, and I imagine ults come out right here immediately. Yep. Ult hit immediately, and we have ball in on point, and they're going into overdrive, trying to keep everybody alive.
It is pure chaos.
Yeah, ult's going on everywhere. They pick off a couple of supports, and that is going to be probably game as they clean this up. Ball is going to be able to stay alive for a really long time, but doesn't quite take it, and that is the first round. So first round does go to the Red Devils, and yeah, really good game though.
It was getting close.
Yeah, every single point so far, they fought really hard for it. I want to see if we have any kind of changes coming up here from the team. That Tracer did have a good effect, so did the Torbjorn, but I'm not sure if it had as much as they wanted. It's really quite a mirrored comp. Yep, it looks like we have a Zarya and an Echo coming out here. Richard's been putting a lot of time onto this Echo recently, trying to get those combos down, trying to pick off a couple of players. Gets a couple of good shots from the distance, and Mr. Freaky just barely gets himself there. Some damage goes onto the Tracer, but they don't quite get him. And here we have Richard in a tough spot, does get around that corner, and is looking for the push here. Team is just caught. Didn't quite be able, weren't quite able to get inside there and had to go around. They do get cleaned up. That's going to be point number 1 and fight number 1 going to Red Devils. Yeah, really well done there. Echo trying to go for the flank, didn't quite get the pick that she was looking for. Came around that corner, did meet up back up with her team, but also didn't quite get the location she wanted. And the whole team is here, and everybody is playing together. Really well done from both sides. And we're going to see what kind of damage we have here. Looks like their tank is going really low, and he does get taken down. This is the opportunity for them if they can get in and get this traded without too many. It looks like they did have a DPS go down, but, almost answered there. Didn't quite get it. Sojourn does manage to take out the Echo. We still have Zarya up, but I don't think there's anybody with him. Maybe one support. Nope, they do get taken out. So unfortunately, that tank got taken out immediately, but the other team was unable to. The other team was able to hold them off during that time and capitalize, just taking some fights separately instead of going for the main. We've got an ult here on Echo. Should be interesting to see if they can get this one very low. And we do have an ult coming out here, and there is a Ramatra causing lots of problems. What they don't know is that this Echo played Ramatra for a long time, and there he picks one up. Lots of ults come out to counter that, and we've got some ults picked up, and that is going to be the team kill. Going down. Only 1 or 2 left, and that is going to be the capture at 98%.
That was super close.
99%. So close here. Team is getting themselves ready. Zarya on the front lines, about half here, half charge, trying to ramp it up. They chunk out the tank from the other team, and they look like they're going to be rotating here. Tank comes in, and can they keep him alive? 98%, 99%, 100%. Ults come out, though, and there are 2 picked up there. I'm sorry. One was a turret. And Zarya eventually does go down. This Sojourn is really causing them problems. You know, the whole team is doing really well to get picks and kills, but the Sojourn I definitely think is their biggest point of contention here. Really causing some problems for Green Wave Esports. I play the game. comes through from the Sojourn. Definitely makes sense. This Sojourn's headshots were absolutely on target. Ult comes out here, tracking extremely well, just pop after pop, and this looks like the end of that game. Really well done there. All right, so Green Wave Esports gonna be picking the map. They're gonna be really having to focus up here to get.
And they're also going to be discussing who to ban.
Yep, gonna definitely have some bans discussed coming out. Really good round though. Red Devils really came out and showed why they're 4-1.
Who do you think they would ban?
All right, hang on 1 second. All right.
So who do you think they would ban?
Honestly, if I'm looking at this, I would probably ban Sojourn. That Sojourn absolutely stuck on it the entire time. The shots from the head were perfect. The build-up on that was really well done. They do have the ability to swap to something like Soldier, which is going to have a similar setup. However, the other team, excuse me. Okay, there we go. However, a Soldier in that position isn't going to do nearly as much burst damage with their right click, and I think that's really what's getting them the picks that they're getting. They're putting damage into the Torbjorn, they're putting damage into the tank, and they're getting low, and then right click takes them out. Whereas on the other side, you've got the team that have been getting the players really low, but then they're able to escape around the corner. Their positioning has been absolutely on target.
I wonder if the other team is going to ban Tracer.
It would be interesting. They also had a Tracer that they played a good amount, and that Tracer was relatively effective. I would imagine that we could see a Ramatra ban, but they also had a Ramatra. But like they played basically everything we played. They might ban the Torbjorn?
Torbjorn?
But realistically, it's hard to say. Like, that is just a tough one to show. So, yeah, should be an interesting time here. What I really want to know is, where are they going? What's their target now? I'm not sure where they're going to be picking for their map.
By the way, if you see a flash, it's because we're also taking pictures.
Yeah, no big. It looks like they are picking Hollywood, and they are banning Sojourn. So that's definitely a good pick. I expected the Sojourn ban. Makes a lot of sense. Hollywood's a little different to me. I wasn't expecting that one. Usually we go with either Eichenwald or
is that
one
who
or the
we
other.
banned, or?
Well, those are map bans, map picks. So the losing team gets to pick the map, and they just picked Hollywood. So Hollywood pick and a Sojourn ban means that they're probably, honestly, I kind of expect us to see a Junkrat come out here for this first point. But I'm really not sure. It should be interesting to see what they end up with. Looks like the other team is discussing. They did switch to Hollywood, but I think they're discussing bans right now to see which ban is going to come out on the other side. Yeah, it looks like they're also not reporting the results. We'll get it. Okay, so last game we saw the Torbjorn come out, did a lot of work, did some long distance shots. The Echo did not do as much as I think they were expecting, and I don't think the Tracer did as much as they were hoping for. Granted, the other team's Tracer didn't do as much as their Sojourn. The Sojourn definitely caused problems that game. Picked up a couple of really big hits. I kind of expect us on Hollywood to go back to Ramatra and go through it again. But yeah, it'll be interesting. What do you think of it so far?
I think it's good so far.
Yeah. Team definitely is having troubles getting some of those, picking up some of those final hits, and the other team has definitely capitalized on that by staying around corners and not getting caught. So, yeah, definitely is a tough time here. It looks like they are picking to defend, and they ban Zarya. Interesting. Um, that's an interesting pick. On Hollywood,
Why do you think they banned Zarya?
so Zarya is the tank that they did at the very end that Chris played on our team. So it makes sense. Banning Soj makes a lot of sense, and from there you can either pick a DPS or a tank or a support to ban. So it does make a lot of sense.
Looks like
yeah.
our team is ready.
Yep, our team is ready. We're just waiting on them, and we hopefully will get into this game and get ourselves going in just a second. I will say I kind of expect to see. Oh, can I put it on Halloween? Because it's for. Aye. They're asking for a Halloween version. Unfortunately, there are things in the map have different collision, and PlayVS is pretty strict about it. So, unfortunately, yeah, the team is bemoaning the unfortunate times that we are on Halloween week and aren't
And
able to
we
play
are
Halloween.
entering the game.
Yep. Going to be starting on Attack, I believe, here on Hollywood. The first map, the first point on Hollywood, they're going to be pushing kind of through an archway. There's another little tunnel to the side they could use to get through. But it's a relatively closed point. Like, there is just a very small point that you can get through. And every single person, if they want to get onto the point, has to go through that area. So it's definitely interesting to see what we've got. I think we're getting in here, though, preparing to attack. We've got Mr. Freaky here. Interesting.
Got Lucio again.
Yep, Lucio. We got a Winston. We got Kurt. Yes, interesting team. This will be. Oops, I can't get to the right person. There we go. This will be an interesting time right here. This will be a Richard on this character will be interesting. Actually, I wonder why they're going this, because normally you go Symmetra to move quickly, and they have the Winston able to jump in. So I do wonder if they're going to try and just skip this point entirely. It does look like they have a teleport ready to go. Yep, and they're going to be teleporting all the way into the back. Nope, they decided not to. There it is. There's the teleport that goes, and there's the team taking it in.
The whole team went.
Yep. And that is one way to take this point without having to deal with a choke point there. Doing really well. Already took out a support and going up top to pick off another. They've got everybody super low. Unfortunately, Richard does go down, but I think they're going to get this point without too many problems. We've got, yep, there goes the tank. All they have left is a support in the back, and he's going to be pushed away by Mr. Freaky. Really well done here, and I think they get this without a problem. One person on the point, and he gets picked off right before the point flips. that's going to be a really good start here. It looks like they are switching, if I can find the right person. Yep. Oh, we have a Genji coming out. Absolutely fantastic. Fun to watch this one. Okay, can I get to the monkey? Thank you. Monkey trying to get onto that high ground to push them off.
I saw him as more of an ape.
Yeah. No, for sure. He's technically a gorilla, but yeah, he's up top, pushes off that one, but he is low on his health, and
went down.
Yeah, his supports are not up there to be able to help out, and yeah. On the other hand, their Reaper is definitely causing some problems. I think that was a really solid ban the first game, and Rose going to pick up her team, piggy them back up to the front. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Team ready to go here. Genji looking to get in. I assume his first outing was a little lackluster. Let's see. It looks like he is trying to poke. They have it slightly switched. You've got a big split here. They do lose a support in the meantime, and their Ash is just able to push there on top. They do pick up one, though, and it looks like we've got a decent amount of progress. Bob does come out, forces the team away. But, yeah, it looks like we've got the one. Yeah, Bob does take out that one, and Genji going very deep for that Ash. Does pick that up. Really well done. Kind of on her own without the rest of the team, and they're looking for more as they spawn.
This is more of a stealthy kind of character.
Well, this character is a lot all about burst and all about dealing damage quickly. And so he is taking the off flanks to come out and try and pick up the back end here. So he's a little weak, but there is a big double kill there. Blade comes out. He gets two. Really well done. I think they only have one left, and it is the Reaper.
I feel like he also helps, like, distract the other team, you know?
Absolutely. Really well done here by Genji. Actually counters that spear that comes out from the one. Do we have someone on payload still, though? Looks like a Cassidy swap, and they are trying really hard to get the KO here. Cassidy goes down to the Genji, though, in the back, and they're going to be pushing this team. The Monkey, Primal Rage comes out for the Monkey, and
Genji's
all they have left.
Good.
Ooh, there's an ult that comes out from Reaper. He picks up two.
Genji was doing pretty good there, though.
Only one left alive here, and they do get the point, though. And this is really well done by the team. They have a close respawn. They're able to get in there. Monkey comes out here and is ready to jump in. Looks like they have eyes up top. Oh, unfortunately, Damari does go down to that Cassidy. And it looks like Chris is kind of in a bad spot. That Reaper is on top of him, but he does manage to get away. There's an ult that comes out. He gets healed up, but he's taking so much damage. Does have barrier ready to go. But, man, team is really having a tough time there. We still have Beat available, and we have our other support ult, the Kitsune, I think. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so there's Kitsune. We need the ult to come out. We need the Beat right now. There it is. Beat does save a couple, and they're able to pick up. Yeah, they were able to pick up a couple there. And Genji does have Blade back ready to go, so I think that this is going to be the last push to the point. It looks like they are trying to pick up that Reaper. And I wouldn't be surprised if Genji tries to hang out looking for a good Blade right here to pick up their supports once again. There it is. There is a Juno.
And there they go.
Yep, Juno does not quite go down there. Does manage to stay alive with an ult, I think, and he does get taken out. but the rest of the team is there. There's the ult that comes out. 1, 2, 1. There's the third one. And they do manage to cause some problems, but the whole team is traded there. Genji back, but he's going to be waiting for his team. It looks like we do have Primal Rage from the Monkey, so he's going to be able to survive a lot if they can split that focus. Barrier comes out, gets taken down immediately. Genji trying to cause some problems on the back. And it looks like Genji once again is looking for a shot on Cassidy. Does take him super low. There's an ult by one. Only picks up the Lucio. And the team is taking hits. I think that's an ult that comes out from the Monkey, but I don't know about the usage of that one. He definitely could have saved it. But now that everybody's back, I'm going to see a Kitsune right here. Let's get everybody going. This is going to be the final fight. That's a good pick right there. Oh. Ult needs to come out right now from our player. Hit the ult. Come on. There it is. Ult comes out, and there's a ton of healing going out for the team. But unfortunately, one does go down, but they trade. A couple go down here. A little bit of life left for a lot of the team. And it looks like the team is, yep, they're going to be wrapping it up. Unfortunately, we're not quite able to get that final push. Kitsune came out a little bit late, and their tank was a little bit low. Yeah, they did. Unfortunately, they didn't get up to the point for that overtime, but it was very close. Really well done by the team, and that is such a hard point to take, so it definitely makes sense that they had a hard time finishing that up. Couldn't quite get all the ults to line up, and definitely some tough time there. Unfortunately, there were a couple of ults that happened right in the end there to keep a couple of key individuals alive on the opponent's team. Red Devils really showing how to make a stand and keep it there. Mr. Freaky coming out with the Bastion. We also have a May coming out here. And a Baptiste.
I think everyone just went to a new character.
Yeah, definitely a different big swap here for a lot of the players. Mr. Freaky showing his amazing movement tech there by missing both sides. But all right. Team is getting ready, waiting for their opponents to come in. May should do a really good job of just stopping the opponents right here. She'll be able to put some damage down. It looks like they have also switched up their team. We see a Diva, we see a Tracer, and a Genji as well. And Genji is in a bad spot. He is so close to going down, and he does get picked off. Diva also at 1, they do get the mech out, and they're looking for a pick here. Several players super low on the back there. Didn't quite get the KOs that they needed, but they do keep everybody down. All right, corner, absolutely tough time. Tracer is in the back. May is here, does get a couple of hits, but does not keep themselves alive. I wonder if we're going to see a res come out, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like we have the ult coming out, or not the ult, the turret form from Bastion, and he is so close to taking out this player, but they didn't quite. Yeah. Unfortunate there for the team, didn't quite get the fight that they wanted, but they are going to be delaying for a little while. May does go down. Didn't quite have the timing on Ice Block, but yeah, they are going to be going in, going to be looking to stop this. Waste a little time at that corner, make it a little tougher for them to go than just the first time. Team is all the way on top, ready to go, pushing forward really hard with their to the high ground, and they do take it just no problems, no questions at all. And these supports are causing problems. Looks like we have our May trying to go up, is not going to be able to get there, and the team is just not able to get to the point to cause problems. Looks like we did get a venture swap here. That Bastion definitely having a hard time against the Diva. And it looks like we've got May up top along with Venture looking to bump them off, but I think they're just progressing the
There's
point
still someone
as they're
pushing the
going.
cart.
Yeah. So as much as they're doing a good job to push these guys off, they are just have one person on that point that are causing problems. Okay, they do get the take the point and push them off. And once again, we're fighting at high ground, and that is a lot of damage come out. We have Blade come out, though, and unfortunately just knocks him off of the point, and there is a 3-person Blade going down with Hyapic going down shortly after that. Damari so close to taking out this Juno, but they're just staying alive.
They're about to get to the checkpoint.
Yep. Okay, so team is going in, going very far forward. It looks like we have May trying to get onto that point, but having a difficult time. Looks like they didn't quite get their bubble off in time. I think they were going to try and defend that point. And we've got an ult ready here from Venture that probably will be waiting to see it come up after he's a little bit more ready. Immortality Field comes down and gets destroyed. We have an ult ready. There's 2 that go down, though, on the other side, and we have an Armageddon here. Only one left is the Diva, and Diva is demeched. Let's see if they can get this stagger. Really well done there to get the stagger, even though they had Soju come out. And Damari really just putting this team in there, saying, no, we got to finish this off. We got to stagger that tank, make them have a difficult time. It looks like we've got an ult ready for him. Also on both of our supports ready to go. So it wouldn't surprise me if we get a window to come up here to stop this push. They're also getting themselves ready. There it is. There's the ult that comes out, and he does take one out. Takes another one very low. Juno at 1 does get taken out. And oh my gosh, he is so low, and he's so low and so low against 3.
Yeah, 3 people pushing the curtain at 1.
Yeah, unfortunately, that looked like a Blade coming out for the Genji once again, causing problems. And we have Symmetra getting turret set up, looking to jump around from the backside here. Ult comes out, and we have the team just getting melted in the back. Yeah, it does not quite get the KO there, and that is just going to be the game. Yeah, really well done by Red Devils to take control of this match and push all the way to the end to take that out. Really well done by their supports to be involved in a lot of these.
I play the game is Genji.
Yep. This Blade near the end definitely did a lot of work. I don't think we saw it because we were on a player that was near to the point. But he not only did a really good job of getting that team wipe, he also cleaned it up, not with the Blade, right? So the Blade, obviously, you're going to get some kills if you use an ult. But going through without the Blade is definitely going to be a close one. Now, I think this game, even though this game is kind of a tough one, right? It's been a difficult time for them. I think that this game is going to be a really good one for them to be able to go back, do some VOD review, decide, okay, figure out what they did right, what they did wrong, what they need to change, and get everything set. Um, Game 1 went to the Red Devils. It was very close. Game 2 went to the Red Devils. I didn't feel like it was quite as close. And part of that, I think, is they just came in, won the team fight, and pushed on. And then the entire time they were fighting up top for the objective. It looks like for the whole time they were up top for that push. They just had one person sitting on the point, sitting on the payload, and nobody went to go stop it. Everybody was involved in that team fight up top, which is what you should do, right? You should be in that team fight, but there needs to be one person that goes and fights on the payload to keep them from pushing it for free.
Just like in the same situation, and one person needs to be pushing the cart.
Exactly, exactly. If you are winning a team fight, you should be in with your team. However, you should pop yourself back and be ready to go. It looks like we have a Ram ban, and we're going to Shambali Monastery. So Ramatra being banned here makes a lot of sense. And we'll see what the other team decides to ban. I think, what did they ban the first one? They banned Zarya. Okay.
They banned Venture.
Yep, Venture got banned. That is Damari doing work on Venture, definitely causing some problems. Really seemed like he was doing a good job getting onto their backline, knocking people out. Even though the supports weren't quite being taken out entirely, they just really did a good job of keeping everybody going. It'll be interesting to see what we have swapping here, though. So with a Venture ban and a Ram ban, they're calling for defense first.
It looks like
I
they're
think
ready.
they're discussing. Yeah, well, the other team is ready. Our team is discussing their comp. And it'll be interesting to see what they do. If we defend, if we're defending second, so we're going to be attacking first, and I think they're discussing bringing out. Genji, Ball, Zenyatta, Lucio. Yeah. All right, 1 second. Let me just check on something. Aye. It looks like team is getting themselves ready to go. They're picking their team, getting them their lineup figured out.
And the camera was still on.
Yeah, camera's on all the time. We haven't switched over yet. All right. 10 seconds until we are in.
So what is this map again?
So this one is, you know how the last map there was like half of it was capture the point and then half of it was push the payload?
Yes.
This is all push the payload. So we're going to be getting in there to push the payload. It looks like we are going back to a Zarya. We've got a Genji. Soldier coming out for Mr. Freaky. And yeah. Wu Yong on the, Nyx on the Wu Yong. And definitely should be interesting on this Genji. Team once again is looking to kind of brawl a little bit. And
So
you know,
if If the other team wins, then that's it.
Yep, if the other team wins, that is it. If our team wins, they're going to have to play at least one more, if not two more games. It looks like they are pushing really hard for this high ground that the opposing team has picked up. Juno goes extremely low there, and Zarya is fully charged. And yeah, they're looking to pick up this Juno, who is in a bad spot, and they are pushing the payload pretty much without a problem. Genji going extremely low, but causing problems. Oh, she was so low. He got caught on the thing. Both supports going away, and it looks like they're picking him up. Yeah, team has picked up 3, and only the supports remain. So that was a really good play by Genji. Oh, and they picked it up on the back end. I missed it. Looks like Soldier and Genji were able to pick up the KO on their supports, and that's going to be another like 10 seconds or so that their team is not ready to go, and their supports are going to have to walk back. Genji going extremely low, and yeah, gets himself very close here.
And they have reached a checkpoint.
Yep, first checkpoint secured. Payload is going to be pushed once again. It looks like the team is basically just trying to pick the other team out. Genji putting some damage down. Looking for the backside, looking for the KOs. Can he get out? No, unfortunately gets caught by the ult there. And we have ult ready to go. Can we? Oh, they also take out the support. And they are forced all the way back, so they cannot even assist there. So team is going to be pushing up, getting ready. Ooh, big pick off by the Sojourn. Once again, they have to be careful of that character. Genji with Blade ready to go. I have a feeling they're going to look for the Wuyong Genji Blade. That would be a really interesting pick. Kind of not quite a nano blade, but same idea. Does get found there, and there is the blade coming out with the Wuyong. Picks up 1, picks up 2, and trying to get this tank off of the point, and they do take him out. In the meantime, support and DPS are in the back trying to hold the team off. Genji pushes up and forces them around that corner. Soldier is here, taken low, but it looks like they do shove this Sojourn off. Wuyong firing from a mile away, trying to get the KO, and does! They do get the KO there, and there is an ult coming out from Zarya to pick up multiple characters. And they just have 2 left up. There is a support along with the tank. This is what you want to have alive still, but they do go down eventually, and this is going to be the next point taken. Genji going very far forward once again.
Looks like they might make a comeback.
Yeah, they're doing really well this game, really causing some problems for the other team. I think this Wuyong pick has been really solid. Good counters there, good deflect, but he has to be careful with deflect down. It looks like they've switched to, they've switched up one of their supports to Juno, and the other one has switched as well, and they have picked the Zarya up on the other side too. So Genji on the back line looking for the Juno, doesn't quite get them, but does look for to pull them away. Unfortunately, Soldier does get picked up by the opposing Genji, and we have a blade ready to go. Oh, but he's so low. He does get taken out. So that is a blade that is known. Didn't quite have the angle to be able to get that Wuyong with the blade. Zarya goes down, and it looks like this is going to be another stop. So they have about 3 minutes left, so that's going to be multiple fights here. Zarya trying to put some damage, gets the shield out, and they just feed it. absolutely insane. Ult ready to go, ult ready to go, and that is going to
Oh,
be a huge blade coming out here. Picks up one, looks for the other. They ult as well, and they are picked up, and that is going to be the fight pretty much won. Both supports go down. They do pick up the Zarya, and they have a Genji in the back lines that they are probably going to be taken out right now. Yep, there he goes. And here is the push into the
looks
last
like
bit. They're
they're
going
all
to be pushing,
pushing.
trying to keep this up. Juno going very low, not quite able to go down.
They're
He
so
does get picked up,
close.
actually. There's an ult from Zarya, looking for the opposing Zarya. Doesn't quite get them with the Genji. What do we have left up? We have Zarya and support. Very close. There we go. The support is almost down. The opposing Zarya is going to go down. Maybe? Nope. Does not. Our Zarya with full charge does finally go down, and they are not able to clean that fight up. They're going to have to wait for another one. Still have a minute and a half. The important thing right now is that everyone backs out and is
They
able
are
to get
so
back
close
in
right
with
now.
their life. Yeah. Just a few meters away. One more fight should do it. No ults ready, though, and no one really close. Genji might, but we had Visor come out from Soldier very early. Genji coming out here, pushing around the corner. Team trying to push in. Genji v Genji comes out here. He has got support, though, and so they're going to have to back out. This Juno just dodging around. And there is the opposing team getting very low. Unfortunately, they do take out both supports here. And that is probably going to be the game. I don't think they're able to get back for this fight. Well, nope, 40 seconds. There's probably enough time for them to get back for the fight. Oh, they do get picked up by the Tracer, though. Unfortunate there. Tamari on this. Soldier doing a good job to put damage down, but Soldier just has a tough time right now. Sojourn is basically just him, but better. So, all right, we have one more fight, 13 seconds. They're going to have to go in. They have 94%. They're going to have to go straight in. There is a stick, but they do manage to keep them up. They're going to have to go right this second. And there is a Lucio on the point, 94%, looking for the beat, cannot get it off. And that is a huge Zarya ult by the opposing team. And that is going to be the game finished. All right, so opposing team is looking to push to there. Did a really good job of holding. And we'll definitely see how we do
They
to
were
finish
so
this one
close
off.
there.
Yeah, unfortunately did not quite manage to get it in. But yeah.
Um,
Well, that's not on us at all. All right, so team is asking for a pause. It looks like one of our players is needing to step away for a moment. He'll be back in a moment. All right. So game went well. Genji looked good. Whole team looked good. They were playing well. And then they just got beat on ults, I think. So it definitely looks like the team has been doing well here, but they are definitely having a hard time with keeping track of ults and seeing which ults are coming up and really just focusing on like what they need to do in some of these fights. This game so far, we've seen a lot of good damage come out from Damari and from Richard, but almost it seems like the most damage has been coming out from the tank. And honestly, like the elimination scoreline has been really good for the other team, and the elimination scoreline for our guys is not quite as good. It's been solid, but they definitely could do more. There are a lot of times where they're so close to getting the pickup on a character, and unfortunately aren't quite able to finish it off. So hopefully here we will have the final match finished off. Not having all three makes this a much more difficult push. But as soon as the team gets in there and gets themselves ready to go, they should be good. This is going to be a hard match. They're going to have to fight really hard for every single point, because they pushed really well on the first and second point, no problems. That third point, though, they just got stuck. So if they can hold at the first or second point a little bit, I think that they probably can pull this one off. And it looks like we are back, and pause coming out in 1 second. Teams are loading in just a second here. Now, I expect the team to take the high ground, but the other team really backed off a lot, and I don't think they're going to do that. We do have soldiers still, but we have a tracer come out here. It looks like a pretty similar team coming down. Oh, there's the May. Okay, tracer was just a fake out. May looking to get down there.
May's
Wu
a
Yong
pretty
still.
good pick after last time.
Yep. May definitely can do some work here. We'll see if the team is able to get in there. They are all setting up here on the top. I imagine they're going to be looking to fight and then drop down on the other team. And it looks like the other team actually isn't even coming up at all. May waiting for one person to step too far forward. And there it is. Nope, didn't quite get it. There's going to be an ice wall. Ram going very deep. Reinhardt going very deep.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't Ram get banned?
Yeah. But the interesting thing about this fight is that the other team did not get a push on that cart. So they have gotten all of this damage here, but they don't quite have the anyone on that cart, making this a much more difficult time.
Actually, they have one person on the cart.
They do now, but for that whole first fight, they didn't. And they've got a couple on it now, and they're able to push. And there is a pickup there on the Juno. Richard does get this Juno picked up. We have a fade coming out, but he's on the back lines for them, and he still has 5 seconds left on ice block. So that is a major problem for him. Wu Yong in here looking for a monkey. Interesting. There's a ult coming out from Reinhardt already, followed up by Genji, and that's going to be the first set here taken out. Ice wall to try and slow them down a little bit, but doesn't really get much accomplished. Team goes down in a kind of a staggered fashion. I wonder if they're going to try and make a play for this point. I imagine they make a play for after this point, but we do have another swap.
Looks like they captured a point.
Yep, the other team does definitely get that point captured. Tamari playing up really far. And there's the ult coming down, and he immediately goes down. Really well done by the team. And they're looking to pick up a couple more if they can. Don't quite get anything. And this, Reinhardt is just walking his way to the top. Nobody to stop him. Ult comes through, but Juno gets the pick up there. And yeah, we've got an ult ready on the Wu Yong, and constantly getting damage out for the team. I think they are waiting for one more to come out. Juno once again goes super low, doesn't quite get anything. And they're just pushing straight up to this second point. Once again, barely any resistance. There's the ult that comes out. We've got 2 picked up right there, or 1 picked up. There's the second one. Genji picks him up going low.
They didn't claim the point just yet there.
They do pick him up. Yeah, so they did really well done. Good timing to keep that point. We have 95% on another ult. We have all ults except for Maze ready to go. That was just 1 ult held. And they're once again going to have to push this corner to be able to get up to this point. And they're already around. They're going deep. They don't have to push that corner because the cart is already there. Lots of damage coming through here. Ult's ready to go, and we'll see if any of them come out here. There's an ult comes out by the Reinhardt. And, yeah, team looks like they are getting cleaned up, unfortunately. Ryan is 1, not able to get him. They do stop again. Once again, less than a meter to go, and they have stopped this point. It's just a matter of time, though. This May has held for a very long time, but they do finally get that point. That is a really good stop there, though. We unfortunately still have ult ready to go, and the team is giving a lot of space here for free. Waiting on that May is going to be the plan, but they have to go in. They have to take this space because there's not a lot left for them to do. And once again, we have our ult ready to go. And it's not been used yet. I imagine this ult should be used quite soon. I'm going to see. I want to see if we have a couple of ults come right now. They do not have any more time. They have to use some ults to get here, or are they just going to lose the game without a fight? That is a perfect location for that ult, and they do pick one up. They pick 2 up. Tracer gets low, gets out without a problem, and it looks like they have won the fight. Really well done. Once again, 2 ults come out, 1 ult comes out. The May ult comes out. We still have ult on Wooyoung and on our other support, but man, they really just they have to use these. Like, drop an ult right now. They're coming around the corner. Force them to slow down. Put an ult in front of your thing, and they're in business. There's the ult going deep onto the Monkey. Monkey gets pinned the wrong direction and unfortunately goes down immediately. And we have all players in a bad spot here. And no one is able to – we've got to get some ults coming out. Unfortunately, the other team has them and is ready to go and has just been able to cause problems here. Yeah,
they stopped it.
The Hamster goes on, and is contesting this point. Really well done. Unfortunately, he does go down, and that is the point for the team. Really well done by the Red Devils, able to come out here and definitely have a really solid game both sides. Very close for everyone. Genji comes out with the play of the game. We have a big ult here. Picks up multiple players right towards the end. Didn't get this one, I don't think. Yeah, no, he isn't able to pick up anything more. They're just going to finish that off. All right, really, really well done by the team, though. Really well done by both teams. Lots of stuff to look into, lots of stuff to talk about. And that is going to be the game for us today. Tomorrow, we have nothing tomorrow, but on Wednesday, we will have Smash Brothers and Valorant. So really, really cool, really good time. And we will be back here on Wednesday with Smash and Valorant. Thanks, sir. Have a great time.
You too.
See y'all later. Thank you for joining us as well.